guys, you have no choice but to look up to that. You know what I mean? It's different if he's like 6 feet tall, he's beating up everybody, then it's expected. But he's in a weight class, he's not as tall as these guys, and he's beating them up, and he's doing all of these things, and they're champions. You have no choice. So Adrien watched that all the time, and he saw that. You know, and when I called him to be the sparring partner, he says, you know, I can't really box with y'all like that, coach. I said, I just need you to move around. Then we recorded the second time for another fight. He's getting ready to fight, what year? What's that guy's name for the contender? Sergio Mora. No. Gomez. Oh, yeah. We needed somebody that was going to stand there and let some hands go, and he kept running from Shawn. And I'm like, dude, I need you to work with Shawn. And he's like, I'm sorry, coach, I can't. He's just too strong. And then we had to leave, and we went to Florida, and we worked with Keith. He's too strong? And we worked with Keith. Permanent.
Yo, so does it give you more confidence knowing that he's trying to drain you to 144 because you know you got to come in with power?
He gave it a shot. He didn't quite work, though.
Yeah, because he thought he was going to drain you. Cause, I mean, he looked shredded today.
And the issue with was the gloves were
yeah, what's going on with the gloves? Yo, why don't you take his spares off? You can't take his spares off? Isn't that what Maidana did with Mayweather, right?
We've got a second pair that they sent in. But it wasn't the customized gloves that he had. And I got a phone call in the middle of the night saying your gloves are missing. So it wasn't the gloves that he initially had, but we did. Everlast did send another pair of gloves.
But what's the mystery behind the gloves? Why would they need to steal your gloves or just to mess with your head?
No. A little unknown fact that I found in the rule book was and is in the state of Nevada, the only weight class that has to wear 8-ounce gloves is 135 and below. But above that, you have to agree on it. So they could have conceivably came to the table with some 10-ounce gloves and said, this is it, this is all you got, and we would have had to fight in them because Nevada doesn't make you wear 8-ounce gloves if you're above 135. And I didn't know that. So when I found that out, I started calling, trying to find out what's going on. And I found out it's true, and I looked up the record. So they could have made us fight in some 10s. It would have been a big fight, an argument about that, but I think that's where they was going until I made the phone call to the right person who said, I'm shutting all that down.
Now, these are things that only the hardcore fans, the guy that's consumed with boxing 24 hours a day, is going to find out through the internet. But how do the casual fans know that Adrien Broner has put Shawn Porter through so much just to get this fight? I mean, from gloves missing to catch weights to rehydration clauses, being ridiculed at the final press conference. Does it show fear to you?
Of course it does. He's terrified. And if he shows anything less than being terrified on fight night, I will be shocked and surprised. But if he mans up and fights, I'm loving it. If he doesn't man up and fight and he decides he's going to run and we're going to cut him off and cut that ring off, get to that body, slow them legs down, and do whatever we got to do to get him out of here.
Now, obviously, you said you're going to cut the ring off, but in his last fight, Molina said, oh, Broner doesn't want to fight. He just wanted to run around.
No, I'm not looking for him to fight. So we're prepared for him to be running. And we got the feet to get with you. We can keep up with you. We can keep up with him. So he's gonna have to let his hands go, and then he's gonna have to try to grab and hold us, and then he's gonna have to keep us all. He's gonna have to do it. He's not gonna be able to just pop it out there and ha. Well, you're not really hitting us with that, so that ain't gonna stop us from coming. You got to commit to that, and if you commit to that, you can get something back.
It's true. The way he slaps that hook, it does nothing. It just sounds loud. He slaps with his hands. Anyone that's hit mitts before knows if you slap with this part of your knuckle,
when you see the guy hitting the bag, that ain't nothing.
He looks flashy. He just wants to do his little slaps, and that's it.
And Malignaggi pointed out that a lot of times he second guesses his jab, and that's how he gets. That's how he gets caught with overhand rights.
Well, I hope he does. He'll have a lot to deal with.
He's gonna be fighting with the back. He's gonna be fighting with the back.
Yeah, I am.
So he's gonna have a lot to deal with. We're gonna be doing a lot of things, and he's gonna have to deal with it.
How have things?
Floyd even admitted that he's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to fight an offensive fight to get away from it.
Well, if he's going to be defensive all night, I don't see him winning.
How's
I want to punish him. I want to track his ass down and punish him.
How's the chemistry between you and Mike Stafford ever since things started going a little south?
You know what? He said some really stupid stuff. He said some really stupid
What'd he
stuff
say?
yesterday. Hey, Kenny, would you come here, please? This is my son, Kenny, who he fired back on and decided to say that I wasn't paying child support on in Colorado Springs. Kenny, as you can see, is an adult, but he gave the impression that I have a kid in Colorado Springs that I don't pay child support on. This is my son. He's here to support Shawn. He was a 6-time national champion himself in boxing. And he could tell you how, his life was with us, and, they're here and he's here. And the guy wanted to give this impression that I have child support I need to be paying. Do I owe you anything?
Nah, my pamper was full.
Okay. His pamper was full.
That was a good one.
For signing my pamper full, right?
That's crazy.
Yo,
Shawn, so what's the normal routine now, Shawn?
Doing what I'm doing right now, man.
Just relax for the rest of the day?
Hang out, enjoy my family, my friends. That's it, man.
How do you guys not get sluggish? Sometimes they say putting on too much weight
We
can
don't
make.
put on too much, remember?
How do you
We
keep
take
it?
off the right? Because we take it off the right way. You full, aren't you? He's already full.
Well, isn't it easier to get full when you haven't been eating for so long?
Well, yeah. Which means you're not going to overeat. You're not going to overeat. You get full pretty fast, and you got to just stop, and that's it, Yeah, no. And that was another thing, like you said, he never not was eating. He was eating every day. Just small meals. We preheat the oven, just like you would throw some biscuits in there. We preheat the oven with a little workout. And then we eat, burn the food right up. So at some point it was, we're working to eat. Just throw it in there, and, keep it going.
you guys do anything different to try to get the weight cut though? Like, you just did the same shit but just for
It's
longer?
not a cut. It was a lifestyle, and it is a lifestyle. So he didn't have to cut anything. He didn't have to do any extra running. He didn't,